So I wanted to start making a video every, I guess, Saturday, um, every week to really like just track my progress and that sort of stuff. And I don't really have a game plan for this one. Outside of that, I knew I wanted to do it. So yeah, I'm just gonna list off things that are going on right now, um, and where I hope things end up, what I have in the works, and that sort of thing. Um, Things on my mind. So we're finishing up now a big project, big development project. The biggest one we've ever had. I think it's $18,000, which is insane. I thought I was overcharging like crazy until they told me I was undercharging. So that was a good feeling. Um, but yeah, that's going well. The big thing with it is just everything else going on. So we're also doing another project at the time, which I just hired my buddy to do. Well, in collaboration with me, he did most of the heavy lifting though. Um, so working on that one and hoping to finish that up soon as well to close out the middle of February or beginning of February with a bang with some nice invoices, and then figure out what's next. So next month I want to move, so I'm trying to get a good bit of just income and savings, I guess, too, to help support that. But I guess that's the big thing. There's a new app I've got, which I had been working on for it seems like forever, but I think it was just since September or August, to track the number of times you swipe on TikTok and Instagram. Because I personally just I'm terrible. I doom scroll like crazy. So I wanted to figure that out, and luckily I got it. And it's like nothing I've ever seen before. And the feedback internally I've gotten is fantastic. So, but I'm just having a hard time designing it, but I know that's the easy part. I just got to get it out, and that's going to be the hard part is trying to not make it perfect, but just get something out, even if it's for just test flight. But I think this will be a huge breadwinner for me. And yeah, in addition to Convu, the B2B SaaS I launched with Alex and Josh, is really exciting. We lost half of our MRR. So we're in kind of a tricky spot with it where we have a problem that we don't quite know the solution to, and we don't even really know the problem yet either. What's wrong with the software? But I think we're at, well, now it's probably a little bit less, but I think we're at around 1,000 MRR, which is amazing still. But yeah, there's a couple things we just got to figure out with that, and the hard part is there. There's no real solution until we hear from users, and at this point, we really haven't. Um, so that's what I guess we're trying to figure out now. But that's really what's going on now. There's a bunch of big stuff in the works that I think will just accelerate things to light speed. Right now, they're moving quick. They're moving great. This is really at a period where it's the most money I've ever made, at least month over month. Um, there's some periods where nothing comes in, but then you'll finish the month up 20,000. So it's certainly an interesting space, and it all sort of happened at once, it seems. Um, for example, in January, we did more revenue than I think we did in October, November, and December, just in January. So it's pretty cool. A little bit different than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be just slow steps till I got to, my end goal, and every day would be a step forward, maybe some days a step back. But it seemed to be just a bunch of steps in place. You weren't moving at all. And then right towards the end, it felt like I just took a giant leap forward. And I don't think it's anything I did. Um, I think it's just consistency and years of it and failing a bunch, but still sticking with it. So yeah, I'm in an interesting spot. Um, Obviously, like I think the next few months will make my fate, and not in a bad way. I'm extremely confident. I know things will be amazing, and I know that I'm on the cusp of $100,000 months, especially with this new app, the B2B tool, the dev agency. So it's right there. It's just there's a few steps I got to do to get to that point. So that's the a little bit of annoying part. There's a little bit of not uncertainty because I know it's all going to go to plan, but a little, I guess maybe impatience, um, and that sort of stuff. But it's all so close. It's weird. Probably the weirdest I've ever felt. I'm just tired, sometimes miserable, but I'm just happy and I've never felt more clear about my vision and my ideas and where things are going. Before there was always that little bit of doubt, and maybe that's what held me back. I don't know, but um, you'd always be a little bit unsure of yourself. But now um, it's the complete opposite, and it's freeing, but it's also a little bit like weird. What's up, boss? No, you're good. You're good. So yeah, that's it. I think I'll see you next Saturday, and then we'll go through what changed, if anything. And yeah, so I'll see you then.